Hey, this is Bob, and this is episode 2 of Boom's Tower Defense Battles. Got two good games here against, I think it's the same opponent, and he's really good, kinda. I hope you enjoy these games. These are my first commentary, so I hope I can get caught up with my own words here. We'll see what happens. If you see my loadout, I start out with the Apprentice. I think that's a mortar. I don't know why I picked that. Boomerang, and a banana farm. Boomerangs are the very best at the beginning because they have the best popping power, obviously. You always want to start out with a boomerang, upgrade him to a bionic, so you get an 03 boomer, and then after you send a couple booms out of your opponent, you can upgrade him to a glaive. Pops more booms that way, you know. It's also important at the beginning of the round you try and be able to time your placement of the tower to pop the balloons. So there are a couple maps where you can get a bionic boomer after the first round. I think the only map that you can't do that on is cards. Yeah. So all the other maps you can time your placement of your tower, and then you get more money, and you can get your bionic boomer, which is really awesome because your opponent doesn't really expect it. Now you can see here I buy my banana farm to get my economy going early, and I always make sure that I send booms out of my opponent when I have the money to, because getting a good economy is very important. Here my opponent sends out some pinks at me and my placement of the boomer isn't as great. I always have trouble with this map, but I mean, I guess I survive. I make sure I buy my apprentice. My apprentice placement isn't that great either, but I'm able to keep some of the pinks from getting through, which is important because boomerangs are kind of susceptible to pinks. You can see here I'm trying to get a 2-2 apprentice, and these are very helpful for crowd control. It kind of lets your bionic boomer, it relieves the pressure, I guess you can say, so it's really cool. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is you always want to make your banana farm either 1-0 or 2-0. I usually just keep it at 1-0 because I like to build my towers, but that's just me. And another thing to do is always keep the eye on your opponent's screen, see what they're doing, and try to keep him on his toes, or his or her toes. As you can see here, my opponent has 2 bionic boomers, 1 glaive, 2 glaives now, and a spike factory, which is kind of tough to beat, but I'm gonna try and find the weakness in there, and I eventually do. Here I buy my second boomerang, and I'm gonna upgrade him to 3-0, which is also very helpful for thinning out the crowd. Kinda gets the strong booms out of the way here, so the bionic boomer at the bottom can get rid of anything that gets spiked. He sends yellows at me. I think he's still trying to get his economy going here, but I understand that. What I always try to do is make sure I get at least 400 income every 6 seconds, plus my banana farms, so that gives me a constant, steady income, and it's very helpful, especially when I want to send an attack, or if I want to build my towers. And make sure you always, I repeat this word, always have a steady defense. I think now, since my opponent doesn't have any camo detection, I'm just gonna send out a bunch of camos at him. I think that's what I did. I sent out a rainbow, and now I'm going with the lead because his spike factory doesn't have any red hot spikes. Can't pop the lead balloons, so my balloons are kind of just gonna go right through. I think he eventually upgrades his tower, but yeah, he did right there. He just upgraded his tower to red hot, but it's too late now. All my balloons are already done. And yeah, that's the first game. Let's just wait for the second game here. Quick battle. You know, I really like the screen that what Ninja Kiwi did with the startup screen. Is really cool. I like to turn the music off though because the music is just awful. I hate the music. It's really annoying, and it's it's not cool. It's not my kind of music. Here we go with the same guy again. I don't know why I keep picking the mortar. I should have gotten the spike factory last game, but I get it now. It's okay. I'm pretty sure this guy is kind of mad that he's facing me again, but you know, it's all cool. That means it's more victories for me. I'm sorry, my opponent. I do not mean to be cocky, but that is just the way it is. As you can see here, I'm going to time my boomerang placement so that I'm able to get the bionic boomer before the round one is even over. So usually I put my boomer up near the top and I wait till the first balloon leaves my range, and then that will give me enough time, or give the round enough time, to upgrade all the way to the bionic boomer right there. After I buy my bionic boomer, I usually just send out 2 waves of red, because that's all I can at the moment, and then I go for more each time I get more income. And then I try to quickly upgrade to what's that upgrade called? I don't remember, but I always try to get it to 1-3 and then 2-3, because usually an opponent after round 1 or 2, round 1, will send out a bunch of balloons at you as well to try to get their economy going, and in a 0-3 bionic boomer won't get every single balloon, so you might lose some lives. I remember one game I just tried to go with a 0-3 boomerang and a banana farm for round 2 and 3. My opponent just killed me with red balloons, which is very stupid of me, I know, but it's okay. I learned my lesson, and I guess that's what this game is all about here. Now my opponent's sending pinks at me again, so I decide that I'm going to stave them off and get another tower, because I like to pop things. I like to pop the balloons. So I buy another, what am I getting here? A boomerang? I'm pretty sure I make him a 3-0 boomerang, because 3-0s are just so great. If you don't like 3-0s, then I don't like you. If you haven't noticed, the boomerang obviously is the greatest, probably the best tower in the game. Can you just see that power? It hits one balloon and goes down the whole line. How great is that? Now, I see a lot of people always go with the ninja. The ninja monkey's decent. Definitely, I kinda underestimated it a couple of times. But if you go 2-3 or 3-2, I think, or if you get the tier 4 upgrade, he's pretty tough to beat. Especially if you pair him with some boomerangs. Yeah, it's tough. A lot of people go with the bomb tower as well, and I don't like the bomb tower, but that's just me. I prefer to get out a bunch of balloon types with single towers. For instance, this balloon, this boomerang, it can pop any balloon except for camos. If you upgrade the, if you go 2-3 upgrade, and see my apprentice here, when I get it to 2-2, it can pop literally everything except the ceramic. So that's all cool, but usually I try to make sure that I beat my opponent before ceramics come, because ceramics are very deadly. I usually send some ceramics at my opponent. Like last game, I was just going to wait to send some ceramics, but I realized that I could just go in for the kill quicker, because he had no lead popping power if I put them on camo, so that's what I did. But now he has lead power, because as you can see in the bottom right corner, he has mortars. So I'm not even going to test it here, and I'm going to sell my banana farm, because I'm going to go for the attack here. I kind of just want to finish him off, so that's one smart thing to do. You can always sell your banana farm, like right there. Now watch. Always send out zebras. Well, this is what I do. I send out zebras first, because most people keep their priorities set to what's it called, first. So the zebra will kind of take the balloon attention away, and then you can just send your rainbows again and then kill them. So thanks for watching, guys.